For hanging out here at the Renegade compound. We want to thank Richie from SoCal Express Trucking for coming over today, and of course we want to thank Laura from El Tricaro for setting this up for us. She got us a truck over here to hang out with today. Our boy Richie here is going to let us polish his wheels, and we're going to do some more videos with this truck. But this thing's a really cool 2016 389 Peterbilt. Just a great truck. We saw this thing at Trucking for Kids this last year, and just a really cool truck. It's got some custom pinstriping and stuff on it. But what we're focusing on today is the wheels. This front wheel right here, we're gonna do a short video on how to polish it up. We're gonna do it on the ground because I know a lot of people don't have the 20-ton jacks like we have in our shop. So I'm gonna do it old school. We're gonna do it without lifting it up and without jacking it up. Of course, most of you know we have a novice setup and a pro setup. Of course, our novice setup, everybody's gonna run 3,500 RPM or less. You're gonna run 3,500 RPM with your stiffer buffs, AKA your orange Milltreat airway and your yellow Milltreat airways. And then you're gonna run about 2,200 to 1,800 RPM on your white buffs. Why? Because they're not made to spin fast. We're gonna have to remember that through any of our videos, any of our stuff that we're doing, anytime you're polishing something, never spin white buffs fast. For those of you that are pros, the guys that are more experienced, the guys that have been doing it for quite a while, I recommend the 6,000 RPM grinders. You're gonna get the job done faster, you're gonna get a little bit brighter finish, and we just like using them. They're all around great machines. Now this specific model that we use is the Makita GA7021. Spins 6,000 RPM set speed. I prefer the Makitas. They got a lot of torque, they don't bog down, and as we know, everything in polishing is all about consistency. We want to make sure we keep a nice consistent finish all the way through our product. What we're going to do here on Richie's truck is we're actually going to cut with an orange and brown. We're going to use the orange airway with a brown compound, and then we're going to finish yellow buff with a green compound. Now if we wanted to go all the way down to the white and green, instead of going yellow with green, we'd step it down to that yellow and brown. We've done that in a few other previous videos. Make sure you check those out as well. But if you're gonna step it down, if you're gonna go down to the white buff, you gotta make sure you throw a yellow in the middle with a brown compound so you can use the white and the green. Now I've got a bottle of hand polish out here and a wax applicator pad. We're gonna use this to get around the lug nuts and into the tight spots we can't really get into all that well. Especially with the wheel on the ground, you're gonna leave a little excess compound around the holes. Richie here has got some painted inserts, so we've pulled those out and we've pulled our lug nut covers off. With those inserts out, it'll help hide a little bit around those holes, but we don't ever want to have to hide anything. Let's get them cleaned up before we get that far. First thing we're going to focus on is you're going to remember with your orange, with your brown compound, I never rake my cut buffs. Unless I get something in it, I try not to rake those. I want this buff to stay as stiff as it can, as long as it can, and just keep working it in. We're going to start by doing around the lug nuts first. You're not going to be able to keep a real even shine going in between there. You got to kind of move in different patterns. And then once we get done with that, we're going to go around, and then we're going to go around the outside and start filling in through the middle. So just kind of watch the technique and the pattern. This is for doing wheels just on the ground. If you jack them up to spin them, it's a whole lot easier, but I know a lot of you guys out there don't have that ability, so just check it out. Alright, now as you can see, I've been doing this for quite a long time. I didn't really leave a whole lot of compound, nothing really hanging off any of the holes or anything. But I'm still going to go across with a little bit of hand polish just to kind of clean up some of the excess residue before I go and color. What I'm going to do is I'll put some hand polish on, I'm going to wipe it off to thin it out a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to color across it just to finish it off real nice. Make sure you always shake it up, it will separate as any good product should. There's a nice little marble in here to help mix it back together so you're not shaking for an hour to get it there. Use a wax applicator pad to help apply it. Got it dried up, wiped off pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back with our green bar and our yellow buff. This yellow airway is real nice and soft. We've got it raked out really good. We're just going to go across it and finish it up real nice. Just give it that last little bit of high luster that we're looking for. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my respirator on. Of course we want safety first. We're just going to finish this thing up. did now is just reinstalled all the hardware. And of course, as you know, this is just a simple 2-step process that we developed in our shop. Renegade also carries the same 2-step process now. You can also turn it into a 3-step process. There's no need for these 8-step processes anymore. 2 steps, great product, that's all you need. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Of course, I'm Metal Polisher 3826 on Instagram, Evans Detailing and Polishing on Facebook. Renegade Products on Instagram is Renegade Products USA. Check out their website, renegadeproductsusa.com. Check out our website, GoShineOn.com. And also you can check out more how-to videos and stuff like this on my YouTube feed. It's youtube.com/Evan Stager Metal Polishing.